Okay, now we go into. But I have earlier explained you all these things, but I will go into the definition part. A seamless pipe. Seamless pipe is formed from a cylindrical bar of a steel. For example, if you, I will get into the rolling part of it. A rolling part in the sense, for example, manufacturing of a steel part. For example, if you collect the raw materials from a particular scraps and all, then you need a furnace to melt it all the steel which are used. Then you add the alloying materials which are used for addition of a particular chemical properties. Then it is being casted into a round bar. That particular solid round bar is heated particular to a very high temperature. It is red hot condition. The cylindrical bar is heated to a very high temperature, and a hole is created through it by piercing a probe in the sense a needle is being probed into the round bar. That is involved into, that is a basic process of a seamless pipe. Understood? I will repeat once again. A cylindrical round bar, that is a round bar in casted, then it is being heated again to a particular temperature, very high temperature, approximately 700 degrees centigrade or 800 degrees centigrade. It is being heated it into a red hot condition where we can pierce a hole into the directly easily. That then it is called a seamless pipe. Then the next point, then the cylinder is made to pass through rollers of a specified dimension, which modifies it into a cylinder of desired dimension. Okay. So, for example, if you have heated a particular cylindrical bar into very high temperature, you have pierced a hole. Okay. You have pierced a hole. Then that particular cylindrical bar, which will be into a red hot condition, it will be passed through different kind of rollers. Rollers are also solid round bars only. From in between, or if you have seen a sugarcane, extraction part, if you go to into a normal sugar juice center, there you will see the rollers which are used for taking the extraction of sugar cane. So that these are the only same process which are used for forming of a seamless pipe. Actually, that rollers are that pipe is passed through a series of rollers which are used for specified dimensions which are modified. Then the pipe is particularly modified into a cylinder, as well as the desired dimension can be used. A few mills can produce seamless pipe up to 24-inch in diameter. I'm talking about 24-inch in diameter. Okay. So seamless pipes, I have a diametrical limitations. For example, these pipes can be manufactured up to 24-inch because these pipes are used in a very high temperature and high pressure rating area. Like, for example, if you talk about boilers, you talk about heaters, talk about pressure vessels, heat exchangers. These pipes, seamless pipes, are used for transportation of the particular fluid from one part to the another in a very high pressure and high temperature rating areas. So in particular that area only seamless pipes are required. For that only their diametrical tolerance is required for a particular pipe. So different kind of pipes which are manufactured under the seamless pipes only, up to 24-inch it can be manufactured. They have a diametrical limitations which above that we cannot use because these pipes are used in a high pressure and high temperature. For example, in a very high pressure and high temperature, if you use a larger dia pipes, for example, if a larger dia pipe is required for transportation of a high pressure and high temperature rating, then that particular pipe will not get that much pressure because its area or its volume which is required is gets increased. For example, if you take a smaller dia pipe, it will there the pressure and the temperature. Or for example, if you talk about the pressure only, the pressure involved into a particular area, then the in a smaller dia pipe the pressure can be more. For example, in a higher dia pipe, your velocity will be less, but the area pressure will be also less. Okay, got my point? So for that only, sorry for the interruption. For that only, seamless pipes are manufactured up to 20 in diameter. Next slide, please. Seamless, for example, seamless pipes is usually used for smaller diameter applications. I told you earlier only, they are used for smaller diameter application, but it has a high unit cost of production because you need to you need to reheat that a particular rebar into a particular temperature, which involves a very high cost, and it has a very lesser availability into the areas. Like for example, the seamless pipes for of high temperature and high pressure rating, only Jindal and different kind of Jindal is the expertise in manufacturing of this kind of pipes. And for in foreign also, if you talk about different kind of manufacturers are there in USA, China, so they are manufacturing these seamless pipes into the processes. So for that only, welded pipes are preferred for increased pipe diameters. I told you earlier also, the welded pipes, for example, if your dia gets decreased for a particular high pressure and high temperature rating, so that cost is also involved, as well as your diametrical restrictions are also there. In place of that also, for example, if you want to use a particular higher dia pipes, then welded pipes are preferred for use instead of seamless pipes. So I hope you got the point of seamless pipe. The seamless pipes are non-welded. They are directly reheated from a particular to a particular temperature, and then it is being normally you talk it as a pin. A pin is pierced into a particular reheated pipe. Then the solid cylinder will become a hollow cylindrical, and that is passed through a series of rollers, which uh, which maintains its diametrical tolerances, as well as the ID and OD part, that is inside diameter and the outside diameter of the pipe. And that particular pipe is being it is being used like the different kind of heat treatment processes are also there, which will be covering into the next slide. Different kind of heat treatment processes are there for this kind of seamless pipes. Okay, so if you want to use the higher dia pipes, welded pipes is best. For example, for lower dia pipes we want to use, then we will be using seamless pipes. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is a typical schematic diagram for see manufacturing of a seamless pipe. First, if you have seen roller part, you have seen like a CD. You can see in this particular round bar is heated. Orange shows the heating part, and blue shows the it is in the cold state, and the red shows into the heated state. For example, I told you that like blue is a round bar is fitted, then it is heated to a particular temperature. Which kind of what kind of particular temperature is required according to the process which we are using for manufacturing of that particular pipe. Then that seamless pipe, the seamless round bar is being heated to a particular temperature. For example, 750 to 800 degrees centigrade into a red hot condition. Then that red hot condition is second. If you see a second process, that is piercing. Piercing is not but only the needle which is piercing into a solid round bar. It is making a space into it. Okay, solid round bar have a high ductility, so anything which we can pierce into a particular round bar, which is a very hot condition, then it can be pierced and it can be rolled out through. Okay, so next third would be mandrel mill. Mandrel mill is series of that pipe is particularly passed through a series of rollers. The series of rollers that will be done into the mandrel mill, in which your diametrical tolerances, your ID and OD will be tolerated, and the desired dimension will be attained. Then after that, the particular pipe will be going. It is now manufactured in mandrel mill. It will be manufactured into a particular pipe. Okay. After that, it will be going into the heat treatment. For a particular pipe, if you are hitting to a particular temperature, then its chemical properties as well as mechanical properties would be changing. So that in heat treatment process, which is as of many of you know that heat treatment processes are quenching, annealing, and different kind of in chemical dipping of the part. Then in there, the heat treatment process is required. So after the heat treatment process, it will again pass through a stretch reducing part according to the series of rollers, which will reduce its stretch marks which are up to into the ID part or to the OD part. Then it will be done. After that, after the heat treatment, then the cooling part will be there. Cooling part is, basically into the normal temperature you will be doing it. After that, we will be cutting that particular pipe into a desired length. After desired cutting into the desired length, also we will do the heat treatment part. Again, the heat treatment part will be there. Again, the straightening will be there. Then the end finishing. For example, what kind of a customer require, that is a plain end pipe or a bevel end pipe. Depending upon the customer requirement, that finish is done. That is done into the end finishing. After that, the eddy current inspection, magnetic particle inspection, visual dimension inspection, that all comes into the quality assurance part. Okay, so eddy current part, magnetic particle, visual and dimensional inspection, these are all involved into the quality assurance according to the what are the standards and what are the specifications which are there for manufacturing of seamless pipe. In this part, we will do the all the quality assurance part. After that, marking will be done, what kind of a standard which are involved, what is the manufacturing, what is the dia of the pipe, what is the thickness of the pipe, the marking and the coating will be done. After that, the spectrochemical analysis will be doing. Spectrochemical analysis is the after the finished product, the raw material and what is the finished product, the chemical analysis is done. What are the carbon percentage, different kind of carbon, manganese, phosphorus, sulfur, different kind of spectro analysis is done. After that, packaging and shipping is done. Okay, so this is a very simple process for manufacturing of the seamless pipe. Next slide, please. Okay, so I hope you got the manufacturing process of the seamless pipe. Now we will move on to the welded pipes. Okay, so a welded pipes is a steel plate or a coil is formed into a pipe and the seam is closed using the welding. For example, if you take a coil is none of this your strip of the coils which are rolled into a form of a coil. Okay, for example, if you have seen a cable drum or some other drums which are used, it is the steel plate which are formed into the form of a coil. Then it is used for manufacturing of the spiral pipes. A steel plate is used for the manufacturing of a ERW pipe or EFW pipes. Okay. So to ensure the quality of the weld, inspection methods like quality ultrasonic testing, radiological methods are used. This is basically non-destructive testing methods which are used for inspection of quality of welds. Okay, in non-destructive means we do not damage a particular material into a we do not damage any of the material, and we do the quality assurance like of a particular product like through quality ultrasonic method and radiologically methods. Okay, in order to exceed the proposed operating pressures, the mill initiate pressure test on each of the joint. For example, if you have welded a particular pipe, so how you will test that particular pipe, whether that pipe has been manufactured according to our standard or not. So, for the quality assurance, hydrostatic test is done on the particular pipe. Hydrostatic test is done. We will fill the water according to whatever the dia of the pipe is there. We will fill all the pipe with water volume. Then we will close through the end packing of the end joints. Then we will pressurize it to a particular pressure. For example, we will pressurize a particular pipe to a certain pressure through a reciprocating pump or a pressurization pump. Then at a desired pressure for the holding time of, for example, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the time according to the standards which is mentioned into the particular standard. Then it is being holded to a pressure, and then the water volume is released. So this is a very safe method to check the quality assurance of a particular pipe or the testing of the joint of the pipe which are welded into a particular pipe. Okay. Welded pipe is classified based on how it is formed and the type of welding technique is used. Different kind of, I have told you earlier in my previous slide that different kind of manufacturing processes are involved. Okay, like DSAW, SAW. I hope you remember. Then ERW, EFW. So this kind of this type of the pipes are welded pipes is classified, and welding techniques is used in different kind of pipes. Okay, next slide, please. Welded pipes. First, we will talk about the submerged arc weld process. Okay, submerged arc weld pipes uses filler metal. Filler metal in the sense, for example, there is a gap in between the two pipes. Okay, you need to fill some of the material into the pipe. Okay, for making a welded joint. Then we use a filler metal. This filler metal is as soon as, for example, if you have seen the welding process, then if you heat the two part, that is your workpiece and your electrode, that electrode is a filler metal only. If you heat both the consumable which is going into a particular pipe, then it is known as a filler metal. Okay, so in ERW or EFW, we do not use a filler metal because through the resistance only, the resistance between the two pipes or the two plates, the welding is done. That is known as the electric resistance welding or electric fusion welding. The SAW welds can be further classified into two types. SAW process is classified into two types. That is longitudinal, that is a straight. I told you straight welding will be processed, then it is known as also spiral or helical. Spiral or helical in the sense that is a spring type. If a pipe, if you see into the field, then it is, if that pipe is manufactured into the spring kind of a shape, then it is known as a spiral or helical welding. Okay, normally medium diameter straight also pipe has a single seam, and larger diameter also has uses a double seam. For example, higher thickness pipe which is required for ID and OD welding, and it is used for the larger dimension, larger diameter, then also is used, which is used for a double seam. For example, for medium diameter straight also has a single seam only. Okay, so filler metal which is used, we can be filled it up in a single seam, or in larger diameter also double seam is used, because the filler metal cannot be filled into the ID and OD part into the single seam, then it is used as a double seam. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is the we will talk about the welded pipes only. ERW method was introduced in 1920s. Actually, resistance welding was used way earlier into the 1920s. In ERW method, electric current is employed for heating the steel. I told you, like between the two metals, when you create a resistance or when you create a current, electric current is flowed, then automatically the resistance will be created and the heating will be generated. For after the heating part, then the two metals will be joining and the welding will be done. Due to the application of the heat by means of the electricity, the metal melts and forms a bond. Okay. Initially, it used low frequency alternating current. Earlier days, it was for hitting the edges. Low frequency AC current was used to heat the edges, but the weld was found to be susceptible to seam corrosion and inadequate bonding. For example, if you use earlier in the earlier days when there was not that much technology, low frequency AC current was used. Okay, to heat the edges in between the two. For example, two plates we are joining, then AC current, low frequency AC current was used to heat the edges. So that weld was not found accurate. Many of the weld which were welded like this failed in the operating conditions, due to which many accidents and many mishaps had happened into the industry. So to avoid that, we have developed SAW process and different kind of welding processes that will be covering into the another slides. Next slide, please. At present, what we are using, high frequency AC current is used. Okay, that is known as a contact welding. In EFW method, that is electric fusion welding method, pipes are formed using an electron beam which directs its kinetic energy to melt the workpiece to form the weld. For example, for if you talk about a fusion welding, that is a normal, the technical term which is called as a fusion welding only. So if you see in that a laser, which we are the electron beam is the, in the sense is only the laser pipe, laser which is used to generate the heat in between the two parts, and it will automatically do the welding from the particular method using that particular EF method. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a typically ERW process which we are using. First is the hot coil. For example, a steel which is rolled into the form of a coil. That is a coil part. So first part is edge miller. For example, if a particular pipe or particular two pipes which we are joining or particular two plates we are joining, we need a particular angle to be cutted into. For example, if we want to weld the two plates in between, but that is a plain end in the sense straight cut. That if it is in the form of straight cut, then some of the processes or mills, the pipe manufacturing is called as a mill. Okay, so that is known as a edge miller. We need to cut that particular plate into a particular shape, that is of the bevel part. Bevel in the sense it is particular, it is cutted into a particular angle which is used to join the two plates. Okay, in edge miller part we will be cutting that particular plate into a particular angle, and then the roll forming will be done. Roll forming will be done. After that process, it will be passing through the rollers, the plate will be passing through the rollers, and it will be forming into the circular shape. The circular shape, as soon as it will be formed into the circular, roll forming will be done. Your pipe will be formed here only. Roll forming, pipe formation is the stage. After that, welding will be done. After welding, heat treatment, and heat treatment. After the sizing will be done, sizing will be calculated. Diameter, outside diameter, inside diameter, what is the, how the welding is done, visual inspection is done, then it is cutted into a particular length which is desired by by a purchaser. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is manufacturing of a SAW process, SAW pipe, like spiral manufacturing pipe I told you earlier also. In both these processes, we are using the coils only for manufacturing of the pipe. As soon as you purchase a coil, then the coil needs to be opened from one end. Then the coil, in first part, the coil opening will be done. In other part, the coil end welding will be done. For example, if you have joined one coil, started a one coil, and it is finished, and other coil which is loaded into a mill, pipe manufacturing is called, the machine which is used for manufacturing is known as mill. Okay, pipe mill. The second part, which is for joining the two coils, is known as coil end welding. Okay, and after the coil end welding also, ultrasonic testing. Like ultrasonic testing in the sense, you need to transfer the sound waves to a particular weld, then it will reflect back if something is discontinuity is observed into a particular weld, then that testing is done through ultrasonic testing. That is a non-destructive testing method. Okay, for full weld, for full width of the coil. Okay, after that, the pipe will be formed. Okay, the pipe will be formed into a spiral. If you are talking of the spiral pipe, then the pipe will be formed into the form into will be into the form of a spring. Okay, there the welding part will be done. After the welding part, then inside dia welding will be done using submerged arc welding process, and outside dia welding will be done parallelly. In this process, both the parts, both inside dia and outside dia, welding will be done simultaneously. Different kind of mills have different capacities to weld. For example, that comes into the online as well as offline part. In online part, both inside dia and outside dia, welding will be done simultaneously. In for example, in offline part, ID, that is inside dia welding will be done first. After that, outside dia welding will be done first. Okay, so different kind of phenomena, different kind of mills are there into available into the India also. After that, we will go into the real-time radiography. Real-time radiography in the sense, your pipe will be rolled into the form of a spiral only. Like pipe will be rolled onto the rollers, and particular radiography will be done onto the weld for visual and inspection of a weld and the pipe body. Because if during welding part, different kind of discontinuities are observed, that will be covered into the welding discontinuity part. Okay, so different kind of defects are there, like porosity, your cut back, your burn through. That will be covered into the weld defects. Okay, so online only, real-time radiography is done of weld and visual for a particular pipe. Okay. After the particular pipe, the end preparation, a particular pipe which is manufactured, it is into the straight cut. Okay. Straight, particular pipe which is required into the line is required into the beveling part. Beveling in the sense, a particular pipe end which is cutted into a particular angle. That is, for into the industry, we use 30 plus minus 5 degree. It is cut into that beveling part. Okay. After that, for testing of a particular pipe, we use a hydro tester machine. Okay, hydro tester machine is simple as, you place a particular pipe in between of two jacks. You fill the water volume. Water volume is totally filled up. You do the pressurization. After the pressurization, the particular pipe is tested. Holding period is done. For example, for according to the different standards. For IS standards, API standards are different. So different kind of holding period will be done. After the holding period, then the pipe will be released. After the releasing of the pipe, it will be magnetic particle testing. That is also coming to the QA part. That is ultrasonic testing, magnetic particle testing. After the magnetic particles testing, if all these tests are passed, then only the particular pipe will be released into the field. Okay. Next slide, please. So this is the major thing which we are going to see. Usage in the oil and gas industry. I told you earlier also repeatedly that pipelines which are used are transport in oil and gas sector is for long distances also. They are used into the compressed air systems also. Refining processes, different kind of refining processes. They are used into the storage vessels. They are used into the hand railing and scaffolding. Scaffolding, if you have some of you may be knowing, and some of you may be unknown, that scaffolding is nothing but the pipe which are used for making the platforms, like platform in the sense, up to particular height. If you go into the industry for a particular height, if you different different kind of these pipes are used, that is known as the scaffoldings. Okay, hand railings and scaffold. Hand railing is none other than, if you go in a walkway, then if you see into the sides, that you need to pipes which are used for holding a particular material or something into the elevated area, then it is known as the hand railings. Okay, next. Okay, different kind of manufacturing standards, because you need a standardization to complete this. You need a standardization is required for a pipe to be manufactured. So uniform standard is required. For example, API pipe is required in majorly into the oil and gas sector. It is particularly used in where a high pressure and high temperature rating is there. So API is American Petroleum Institute, are majorly used where oil and gas to be transported over the long distance pipes. Okay, next slide, please. ASME. ASME is American Standard for Mechanical Engineers. ASME standard pipes are majorly used in refineries, petrochemical complexes, and fertilizer plants. ASTM stands for American Standards for Testing and Materials. ASTM standard pipes are also pipes which are used in the refineries, petrochemical complexes, and fertilizer plants. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a particular, if you see in between the pipe, there is a single line, if it will be visible. For example, that is known as a ERW or LSAW pipe. Okay, different, this LSAW and ERW is a manufacturing process only, resistance and SCW, and in which single line is drawn in between the pipes. Okay, that is used for this is the typical picture of a ERW or LSAW pipes. Okay, next slide, please. See, in this picture, if you see, the pipe is in the form of a spring. If you stretch the spring, you can see the spirals, that is round circles are there into the between. That is only the welding part in which the pipe is being manufactured. Okay, this is typically known as the helical SAW pipe, spiral pipe. Okay, next slide, please. This is a seamless pipe. If in this picture, you will not see any of the welding part. Okay, so this was earlier a round bar. It is heated to a particular temperature, and a piston is being pierced into it. Then it is a particular dia it will be coming. That is a seamless pipe, and you can see the pipe edges, which are you can see it is into the form of an angle, particular angle that is known as a bevel angle. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so we'll talk about. I hope you got all the technical part about the manufacturing of the pipes which are used into the oil and gas sector. Now we will come to the career path and job opportunities which are there into this sector, because as this is a very vast field and very vast type of technologies are used, so different kind of job opportunities are also involved. It is a very challenging as well as very exciting career. If you consider me that this is a very challenging, as well as you know you will love your job. Next slide, please. Okay, working in the downstream sector for oil and gas business gives you many challenges, an exciting career. Okay, so a graduate, a technical a graduate, which will be a mechanical, electrical, or instrumentation, civil, all the kind of peoples are involved into the manufacturing of these pipes, because you need to develop a plant, you need to set up a plant, you need to do the all the inspection parts also. So this kind various all kind of all related fields personnel can be involved into this. So sectors which can be focused on particularly for the job opportunities are oil and gas refineries, petrochemical complexes, cross-country pipelines. This cross-country pipelines, if you see, the pipes which are transported from, the medium which are transported from one part of the country to other part. This can be very into the kilometers pipe. This is known as the cross-country pipelines. And other than that, chemicals and fertilizer plants also involved, which are typically uses the pipes, which we can treat as a job opportunity. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so let me tell you frankly, in personal also, I have done a very certification courses. Very of the some of the mention I have mentioned here also. This API courses, this is American Petroleum Institute courses, which are very much involved into the industry also, and industry also need this kind of certifications. Because when you get involved into the as in fresher, if you do all the certification, a different kind of knowledge you will be gaining by doing the certification courses, as well as you will be getting the certifications which is mandatory for some of the fields, some of the companies which require these kind of certification courses like API courses, welding courses. There are the different kind of websites are also there, IIW, TWA training. So they offer a very handsome and good salary, because as you know that oil and gas sector is the biggest sector into the Indian industry, as well as in the foreign industry also. You can go anywhere, you can search your job, and enormous amount of job opportunities are there into working into these sectors also. So you will be getting a good salary package for this, the personnel which are working into these sectors also. Next slide, please. Okay, so major Indian oil and gas giants would be Hindustan Petroleum, GAIL, Cain India, SR Oil, Reliance, Bharat Petroleum. I hope all of you have heard about these kind of companies which are recruiting, which are taking the projects to a very new higher level also, and they are the major Indian giants which are working. So I have worked with many of them, and let me tell you frankly, this is the these companies are, and also the sector which we are involved, it is a very amazing sector which will be working if you find a job opportunity into this sector. Next slide, please. Okay, so I will conclude my presentation by just saying that you need to work on your skill set, and uh, as in, you know, that if you complete your graduation, you need not need to stop your studies and all, because these industries and these companies also, this sector also involved studies also, which are you need to clear your basic fundamentals. So we need to gain knowledge throughout our working culture also. That will definitely give you the best results you want in your life. So just want all of you to just go ahead, start learning, start improvising, start to try to learn as much as possible. Okay, thank you.